welcome to the Beauty Dish. Today I'm doing a little get ready with me, go-to face of the day for spring 2014, and this isn't something I tried to come up with a spring look. This has been my go-to look for spring as we know it, for basically for all of April and kind of back into March a little bit. And I've really been going back to a lot of the same products, and these are a lot of the products that you saw in my April favorites video. So I'm going to show you what I did. I'm going to have a little chit chat time, and I hope you enjoy this type of video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do, and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Alright, so let's get started. These days when I do my makeup, I usually start out with a little blotting paper, and these are just the Selma Hayek ones that I got on clearance at CVS. They're nothing special, I would say. Yeah, wouldn't buy them again, but they work. Okay, so when I kind of want to look a little nicer, or when I want to put makeup on my face as opposed to just doing concealer, if I remember, I will put some Porefessional by Benefit around my large pore area. So that's the sides of my nose, and I'll take it out here and maybe down to the little smile lines a bit. And I just dab it. I heard this tip from someone ages ago that, you know, don't rub it on so much, but dab it in, because what it really will do is fill in your pores. Lately I have been in love with, and really this is an ongoing love, for the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I have shade 25. It is so good, and lately I've been hearing a ton of people talk about this in favorites and stuff like that. It's just an all-around great concealer. You can use it on your face, but it's excellent under eyes. It doesn't do a terrible job with creasing. It's nice coverage, but it looks natural. It never ever looks dry. I need to find my concealer brush, and I have a couple concealer brushes of different shapes. I use them all. None of them, like, you know, blow my mind, but this might be my favorite. It's just a little standard flat concealer brush. And I'll start with the brush, but I inevitably end up doing this just to get it in there and make it look really flawless. And I kind of feel like I have too much on. Too much here. But most days lately, I've just been doing it exactly where you saw, right in that little area, and that's it. No other makeup on my skin. And I don't look perfect. I have redness and veins all around my nose. You know, I have freckles and some sunspots. I don't have perfect skin. I mean, I'm 35, so I have 35-year-old skin. It's not terrible, but I don't look like an 18-year-old model who never had acne either. I'm just kind of at peace with letting my skin show through. I like that, and it's easy. It's easy, and it takes no time. Now today, like I said, I do want to look a little more special. I am about to film my April favorites video, and I am actually going out this evening, so I'm going to do a little more, and I'm going to take like a half a pump of my L'Oreal True Match Lumi, which I think is still my all-time favorite foundation. I mean, I talk about high-end foundations a lot, and I review them, but I have not stopped coming back to the True Match Lumi. It's just fantastic. So I just want to put it concentrated in the center of my face where I'm the most red. It's got like a pimple right here, redness there, redness around my nose for sure. Always like the center of my nose. And since I do have a little extra on my hand, I'm going to put it here where I have a lot of pigmentation. And then up here I've got a little pigmentation too, so this will just sort of even out my forehead. And because I'm not doing my whole face, I'm not going to use my foundation brush. I have brushes I could use, but I have to admit, they need washing, so that's a good reason to just use fingers. And I will try to get it on my chin too, because there's always that little spot of redness on your chin. So, what do you guys think of my earrings? I got them from Bauble Bar. They were one of the like $10 specials, buried bauble is what it's called, and I liked them a lot. They were 10 bucks with free shipping, and they jumped out at me. I love that color, like that electric blue color, but this shade, this exact blue, it's like not quite exactly a match for my shirt, although it's close enough. but what it really reminds me of is the perfume bottle for YSL Rive Gauche. It's a gorgeous, like, if you don't know what it looks like, Google it real quick. It's a gorgeous cylindrical blue bottle with bands of black, I would think they are, on it, but it's like the Rive Gauche blue, or at least that's how it is in my mind. I don't have a bottle of it. It's not a fragrance I particularly like all that much. For me, I mean, I like it, but I don't like it for me. It's more of like a soapy smell, at least that's what I get from it. But I love the bottle. I'm rambling on. I love the bottle. It's a gorgeous design, and the earrings kind of, yeah, it reminds me of it. It reminds me of the woman in the ads for it. Now I'm just going to set my foundation with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Dim Light. And for blush, I'm using the blush that you saw in my favorites video, Deborah Milano High Tech Blush in Rosa Pesca, and it's so pretty. This is available. You know, I know it's available in France because that's where it came from, but I don't think you can get it here. I got it in a swap with Sani, Miss May 27, and I love this color. It's just, it makes a statement. Like, it's not super subtle, but I feel like it goes with so many looks. It's just pretty. It's just so pretty. It's like, what is it? It's a really warm peachy pink. I don't even know. It's just pretty is what the color is. I'm using my Eco Tools blush brush, which works fine, but I am really in the market for a better one. It's like, I feel like my blush experience will be a lot better and a lot less stressful when I get a better brush. But I would normally wait to do my brows, but since they look so naked, I am going to fill them in first before I do my eyeshadow, and I'm going to use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in medium brown. And I stopped using this for ages, and then I went to the Tarte Brow Mousse, which I still really, really like, but I feel like, I don't know, I just wanted to try powder again, and I feel I might get a slightly more natural look this way, and sometimes I feel like it's faster. I don't know, I don't have a way of doing my brows that makes me truly, truly happy. I'm still after that magical product or technique or tool or whatever it's going to be. But as you can see, I have pretty sparse, light brows, and I just do not feel good unless they're done. Although I can't, like, go with no makeup and just do my brows. That looks crazy too. So it's either no makeup at all or, you know, a little bit of everything. Now it's time for eyeshadow, and I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Quad in Dolce Vita. So I did a whole video and review and demo on this, so I'm going to go quickly and maybe speed things up, but it's been my go-to all month. It's my current go-to look, and every I use liner, some days I don't, and when I do, it's almost always my felt tip Milani Eye-Tech Extreme Liquid Eyeliner in Blackest Black. Okay, I usually don't do my liner on camera, but I will quickly show you sort of my technique, you know, if you could call it that. But as you can see, I try to go as thin as I can. I keep it thinner as I go towards the inside, and then it gets a tiny bit thicker. This liner just goes on really evenly. It's easy to work with. And I take it all the way to the end, just along the lash line. Then I try to make sure I'm looking straight into the mirror and kind of figure out how it's going to go in line with that lower lash line. If the lower lash line were extending up, and I mean, you've heard this before, this is nothing revolutionary, but it really, really works. And then I just draw on the little flick, kind of letting the pen do all the work for me. I'm not really doing a lot of drawing at all, so here I go. Okay. So that works. That is like slightly thicker than I want it to be, but I could go and correct it if I really felt like it. I think it's alright. I think I might just leave it. And then as you saw, I sort of connected it to the line along the lashes, and I'm good to go. Okay, liner's done. I'm going to do mascara, and I always do my lower lashes first, if I remember. Sometimes I forget. I'm using my Maybelline Lash Discovery, which is all I've used for years. I love it. For mascara this spring, I've really been burning through samples, and I'll try different combinations of my mascara samples, but one that I've used quite a few times that I really, really like is the Clinique, where are you, Rosa? Clinique Lash Doubling Mascara, and I put that on first. That's more lengthening, I would say, and then the Lancome Hypnose Drama, and I like that because it's still lengthening and volumizing, but it also kind of helps you separate your lashes, and it just really thickens them up. I think that one might be a little on the flaky side, but I do really like the shape of the brush. So here's the Clinique, and I go in with that. Definitely what I was doing there just a second ago was wiping off the tip. One thing about this brush is that you get a lot of product on that tip, which can clump up. And here is the brush on the Hypnose Drama, and I've also wiped the tip off of that one. But these are both, you know, bristle brushes, not rubber. When I haven't been testing out new lipsticks, like the ones I reviewed 2 videos ago, I'll link that up here and down here. I've been wearing my Milani lipsticks a lot, but even more so, and this is a lipstick I think I've mentioned in favorites before, I wear my YSL Rouge Pure Couture in the color, I think it's called Rose Stiletto, and it's number 9. I can see it. It's like barely still on there, which is annoying. But this is the Pure Couture line, and it doesn't have that weird slippage issue that a lot of the Rouge Voluptés have. So I just love this color. I say that this is the lipstick that makes me look friendly. It's just a bright, pretty, friendly pink. And I am friendly, but still. Okay, so that is my current go-to face makeup look. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm just kind of waiting to get to that point in the summer, or when it gets warm enough, more summery, that I want to wear those kind of bold, hot, bronzy shades. Like that's kind of like my summer thing. But this month I've been going with the pretty neutrals, and I've been really enjoying it. So when I do sort of cross over, maybe I'll do another video like this. So let me know if that's something you'd want to see, if you like this format. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.